What's up everyone, welcome to another camera comparison video. Salam, namaste and hello. Yeah, I have the smartphones. This one is Samsung Galaxy S21 Ultra. This one is Xiaomi Mi 11 Ultra. And this one is Oneplus 9 Pro. Yeah, sometimes people make crazy comments like, do you have the smartphones? Come on, I drive a AMG G63. Can't I afford 3 smartphones? Of course I can. And I always say, I'm here to share the truth. And doing camera comparison video, there are lots of if, though, this, that. Like, when I was doing this camera comparison video, there are some pictures where Xiaomi Mi 11 Ultra really failed. Truly, those pictures were like awful. And sometimes I found that Samsung Galaxy S21 Ultra, some pictures are awful. The same thing happened to OnePlus 9 Pro. So I could just share those photos and say, yeah, this smartphone is totally awful. Don't buy this smartphone. But I'm not gonna do that because once in a while, every smartphone will fail. And mostly all the flagship smartphones, they perform pretty similarly. And a lot of things depends on personal preference. I have tried to share all the pictures with you. I mean the mix of the good ones, the bad ones, so you know how good this smartphone can go and how worst it can be. Anyway, I'm not gonna waste your time, but thanks to Pitaka for sponsoring this video. This video is brought to you by Pitaka. I always use Pitaka protective cases on all of my smartphones, I mean all Samsung and iPhones. And I've been using Pitaka smartphone protective cases for like 2 years now, and I really love them. So if you're looking for protective cases, I mean for Samsung and iPhone, then you should consider Pitaka. Well, it's time to start our camera comparison video. But one request, if you end up liking this video, then please don't forget to click on the like button and please subscribe to this channel. Okay, before we start, let me show you which software or operating system version I am using on these 3 smartphones. I have to mention that OnePlus 9 Pro devices in China, because I live in China, runs on ColorOS. There is no OxygenOS over here. It runs on ColorOS, so I am using ColorOS 11.2 on OnePlus 9 Pro. And on Samsung Galaxy S21 Ultra, last successful update was on April 30th. Okay, my Xiaomi Mi 11 Ultra is on Miui12.5. This one is 12.5.4.0. So this Miui 12.5 is the newest available. Okay, let's start our camera comparison video. What's up everyone, welcome to another camera comparison video. Today I have this OnePlus 9 Pro, Xiaomi Mi 11 Ultra and Samsung Galaxy S21 Ultra. This one is one of the most expensive camera comparison videos that I have ever done because these 3 smartphones together costs around $3,500 US in China. So I wish that you appreciate this effort. Actually, I can do anything that I can afford to do for my subscribers. Well, please check carefully which smartphone is doing better, which smartphone microphone is working better. And if you have any other camera comparison videos, then please don't forget to make a comment and let me know. Also, if you end up liking this video, then please click on the like button and subscribe to this channel. But I think I have done a mistake. I should have started this video like Salam, Namaste and hello. Welcome to another camera comparison video. Well, it's time to start our camera comparison video. It's time to flip to rear cameras. But please don't forget to click on the like button and subscribe to this channel. Oh, I should mention that I will leave a link to download almost all the photos, almost all the original files. Yeah, I will leave a link in the video, so you have to watch through the video. I will not leave the link in the description box below that you copy the link and leave this video. Watch through this video and you will find a download link where you can download all the original photos. Well, I have talked too much. It's time to start our camera comparison video. Let's flip to rear cameras. Let's start right from the daytime pictures. But before we start, let me make it clear that all these pictures are taken on auto mode with auto HDR enabled. And yes, AI on Mi 11 Ultra, scene detection on Samsung S21 Ultra and scene recognition on OnePlus 9 Pro was enabled. All the pictures here are straight out of the camera and I have made these pictures available for you. You can download the pictures and check by yourself. All of these 3 smartphones comes with Pro modes, so you can select options and dial in to get a shot that satisfies your need. but I don't think average users frequently uses Pro mode, so no, I did not use Pro mode. Colors are definitely different on these smartphones. White balance, tonal contrast, everything is different. But most importantly, things changes based on lighting condition and the scene. Color temperature is mostly warm on OnePlus 9 Pro and Samsung S21 Ultra. However, both is a bit inconsistent and sometimes goes very warm depending on lighting condition. Mi 11 Ultra photos are neither warm nor cool, and it actually has managed to keep that neutral white balance. After checking a lot of photos, I have noticed that dynamic range is actually wider on Mi 11 Ultra and S21 Ultra. Very difficult to say which one is better among these two. Sometimes Mi 11 Ultra and sometimes S21 Ultra produces photos with wider dynamic range. OnePlus 9 Pro dynamic range isn't bad, but not as good as it should be. Shadow details on Mi 11 Ultra and contrast on Samsung S21 Ultra is better. Actually, it depends on your personal preference. But I must mention, I have found in some rare occasions, Mi 11 Ultra crushed the shadows, while OnePlus 9 Pro managed to balance between shadows and good contrast ratio. Details and texture processing is quite similar on all of these three smartphones, but Samsung S21 Ultra does good to grab more details and process more textures, while OnePlus 9 Pro falls behind. But comparing S21 Ultra and OnePlus 9 Pro with Xiaomi Mi 11 Ultra, I have noticed a huge difference. Mi 11 Ultra has more details with sharpness and texture processing is of course better. Most importantly, it's consistent. On the other hand, S21 Ultra has better exposure management, while both Mi 11 Ultra and OnePlus 9 Pro struggles under harsh lighting condition. I believe that we sometimes take photos of our friends, of our families, so I have tried to take some photos of Samara. When it's about skin tone, Samsung S21 Ultra is more consistent and produces almost correct skin tone, while OnePlus 9 Pro is totally inconsistent. Mi 11 Ultra does good, but there is some sort of background processing that gives a brightened and fair skin complexion. In this set of photos, you can see we have started from ultra wide lens photos and we will go up to 10x. Let's see which one is better. These are optical zoom photos. On the left it's 3.3x zoom, on the right it's 3x zoom, and in the middle it's 5x zoom. At a glance, it seems that Mi 11 Ultra image is not as sharp as the other two, and in terms of details, S21 Ultra is a bit ahead. But let me crop in. What do you think now? If you are watching this video on 4K, then you can clearly see that Mi 11 Ultra actually grabbed more details, but due to exposure and texture processing issues, it's not that lucrative throughout the image. These are 10x zoom photos, and this time it's very hard to disagree S21 Ultra did better. But my question is, can we judge depending on one set of photos? Definitely not. Here goes another set of photos. These are taken at 5x zoom, and at a glance all three looks pretty similar, which is a win for OnePlus 9 Pro. After cropping in, without any hesitation, Samsung S21 Ultra produced a sharper image with more details and textures, while Mi 11 Ultra photo looks a bit exposed. Here is another set of photos, and Samsung S21 Ultra clearly beats Mi 11 Ultra at 10x. We do not need to crop in to see that, but if you have any doubt, then here it goes. Okay, let me tell you something. I have taken a lot of 10x zoom photos, more than 100 photos, and in some photos Samsung Galaxy S21 Ultra and in some photos Xiaomi Mi 11 Ultra did better. I could only show the photos where Samsung S21 Ultra did better and make a verdict that S21 Ultra does better on zoom photos, but that would be a lie. At 5x zoom, Mi 11 Ultra is better, and at 10x zoom, both S21 Ultra and Mi 11 Ultra fought neck and neck. Check these photos. All are taken at 10x zoom. Okay, without hesitation, Mi 11 Ultra processed textures with perfection, balanced contrast, and very good noise removal makes it way better than S21 Ultra. Let's check another set of 10x zoom photos. Yeah, I'm not gonna put OnePlus 9 Pro cause that's an embarrassment for OnePlus 9 Pro. This one was taken in an underground parking lot and it was no way an ideal scene for photography. But Mi 11 Ultra produced a photo with less noise and grains, better color rendition and more details. compared to Samsung S21 Ultra's performance, this is stunning. I will leave a few photos for you. Please check carefully while you enjoy this amazing background music.
We wait up for the dawn, through the night, though our better days are gone. Made our peace, said goodbye, 'cause the further we carry on, through the fight, the stronger that we become. I've lived through water havoc, seen pain you can't imagine.
Yeah, these are low light photos and we are going to check night mode photos separately. Once again, Mi 11 Ultra proved to be better, significantly better than OnePlus 9 Pro and Samsung Galaxy S21 Ultra. In terms of color rendition, sharpness and details, it is way ahead, and now exposure is also better on Mi 11 Ultra. Check out the light on the ceiling. Amazing. I really didn't think that any Xiaomi device could do this. There are more to get amazed. Actually, this is surprising. Sometimes color grading of Mi 11 Ultra and Samsung Galaxy S21 Ultra is very close. Both reproduced true-to-life colors, while OnePlus 9 Pro looks a bit dim and a bit less vibrant. As usual, color grading on all of these smartphones are inconsistent, and sometimes S21 Ultra follows OnePlus 9 Pro. Sometimes Galaxy S21 Ultra produced photos with warm color tone. Sometimes colors are saturated, while Mi 11 Ultra occasionally increased highlights and midtones. Overall, I would choose Mi 11 Ultra for almost perfect color grading, more details, better exposure, and neutral white balance. Truly, Samsung S21 Ultra comes very close, and in some pictures it's very hard to differentiate. But the truth is, Mi 11 Ultra did better. Color rendition on different lenses are even different. These are ultra-wide photos and you can see the differences. Yes, for sure, Mi 11 Ultra has wider field of view and produced the most lucrative photos among these three. But sky color is actually more close to reality on OnePlus 9 Pro. Both Mi 11 Ultra and Samsung S21 Ultra has tried to beautify things with background processing. It actually looks better, but it doesn't portray reality. After checking a lot of photos, Mi 11 Ultra ultra-wide photos have wider dynamic range and more details, while S21 Ultra makes things eye-pleasing and OnePlus 9 Pro is more realistic in terms of colors and perspective. Portrait mode on these smartphones are way different. Also, sometimes Mi 11 Ultra suffers exposure issues and background gets washed. But there are two things that I like about Mi 11 Ultra portrait photos. It doesn't apply heavy bokeh effect. Subject and background isn't that insanely separated like OnePlus 9 Pro and Samsung Galaxy S21 Ultra. Also, it keeps skin tone very natural, which is truly unbelievable for any Xiaomi smartphones. Samsung Galaxy S21 Ultra has almost everything right, but midtones are higher than necessary and separation between subject and the background is a bit drastic. Edge detection and edge cutouts are all similar, but most of the time I have found Mi 11 Ultra is more accurate and Samsung S21 Ultra is more consistent. Anyway, for portrait photos, I will actually select Samsung S21 Ultra for its consistency. Now you can take portrait photos with that 3x telephoto lens, and if you want a wide angle, you can choose the main sensor too. OnePlus 9 Pro also have these options, but the results are not as good as expected and Mi 11 Ultra got stuck to that one option. Okay, before we check night mode performance, let's check 8K videos. All of these smartphones can shoot at 8K 24 frames per second, but Xiaomi can shoot 8K videos with all three sensors. And OnePlus 9 Pro actually records at 30 frames per second. Also, OnePlus 9 Pro can record 8K videos with ultra-wide sensor. Galaxy S21 Ultra heavily crops the video in 8K and performance is nowhere near Mi 11 Ultra or OnePlus 9 Pro. I think 4K 60 frames per second is standard these days. All of these three smartphones offers super sharp, super crisp 4K videos, while OnePlus 9 Pro can go up to 120 frames per second. It is surprising that dynamic range is almost similar and colors are down to personal preference. Mi 11 Ultra seems to have better stabilization, Let's check microphone and noise cancellation performance. These are 4K 60 frames per second nighttime videos. Magenta Cast is back on OnePlus 9 Pro. Mi 11 Ultra has managed to remove noise and grains effectively, but in the process the video got a bit soft, lost a lot of details, and exposure doesn't look that right. Samsung Galaxy S21 Ultra has the most contrasty video with better color rendition. Xiaomi Mi 11 Ultra doesn't support more than 5x zoom on night mode, so I had to take this 10x zoom photo in usual photo mode. But Galaxy S21 Ultra supports 10x zoom at night mode, so that photo was taken in night mode. A lot of people may make crazy comments, but let me make sure I have tried a lot whether I can get a better result from S21 Ultra but failed. I think it's not that difficult to accept the truth. The truth is Mi 11 Ultra just did better. Okay, these are ultra-wide night mode photos. Mi 11 Ultra reproduced the brightest image. S21 Ultra image is more realistic, while OnePlus 9 Pro managed to process more details with sharpness. Color rendition is also better on OnePlus 9 Pro, which is beyond my personal expectations. But once we move to main sensor night mode photos, Mi 11 Ultra and Samsung S21 Ultra overtakes OnePlus 9 Pro. Sometimes Mi 11 Ultra produced sharper images with better exposure management, and sometimes Galaxy S21 Ultra produced better images with better color grading, noise removal, and more details. But overall, Xiaomi Mi 11 Ultra night mode photos are better than the other two, cause out of 30 night mode photos that I have taken, Mi 11 Ultra produced 19 photos which are rich in details, processed shadows and textures correctly, and removed noise without hurting the quality of the image. Samsung Galaxy S21 Ultra sometimes got very good color grading, and sometimes color rendition is totally awful. Suddenly there was an aircraft flying on top of us and I have tried to take a photo. I have clicked on shutter of all the smartphones at the same time, but look at the results. Samsung S21 Ultra did the best, and OnePlus 9 Pro failed to grab the aircraft on first time, so I had to take the photo twice. These are selfie photos, and as you can take selfie photos with rear camera of Xiaomi Mi 11 Ultra, it has clearly done better. But I must say it's not that better. I have noticed when I try to use the rear display as a viewfinder for the rear camera, pictures are a bit differently processed. It acts more like a selfie camera with beauty effect, and tonal contrast also get changed. Anyway, if you check the photos on the left, then you would notice that it's unfair, cause OnePlus 9 Pro selfies are as poor as a mid-range device. Rather, I think Galaxy S21 Ultra did better with skin tone, and again totally failed to reproduce correct colors of the clothing. Selfie portraits are taken with front camera of Mi 11 Ultra, and it failed to beat... No, I should say Mi 11 Ultra selfie portraits are way behind OnePlus 9 Pro and Galaxy S21 Ultra. Depending on my personal preference, I would choose Galaxy S21 Ultra for correct skin tone and more details, but OnePlus 9 Pro selfie portraits are good too. It has better edge detection and separation line blend. Well, it's very difficult to judge which one is winner, but I think it's easy to judge which one is loser. I think OnePlus 9 Pro did worst. This one is the worst among these three. And between Samsung Galaxy S21 Ultra and Xiaomi Mi 11 Ultra, I have used Xiaomi Mi 11 Ultra for almost 4 weeks as my daily drive before I have switched to Samsung Galaxy S21 Ultra. Yes, I am using Samsung Galaxy S21 Ultra as my daily drive now, because even if Xiaomi Mi 11 Ultra did better in some occasions, in some scenarios, actually Galaxy S21 Ultra offers more versatility. You cannot say that this one is significantly better than the other one. In some scenarios, Mi 11 Ultra is significantly better, and in other scenarios Galaxy S21 Ultra is significantly better. So a lot depends on personal preference. I think I love Xiaomi Mi 11 Ultra, but if I have to be a bit practical, if I have to choose one over the other, and if I can afford, then of course I will choose Samsung Galaxy S21 Ultra. But if we are going to consider the price, then of course Mi 11 Ultra is the winner. And I really don't know that there is a marking system. I can't remember the name. DDO mark or DFO mark or DM MDX mark or something like that. They are giving score like Xiaomi Mi 11 Ultra is far better than Samsung Galaxy S21 Ultra. I think they should check these two smartphones once again after all these updates. Well, if you have liked this video, then please don't forget to click on the like button and subscribe to this channel. Also, if you have any other camera comparison video requests, don't forget to make a comment and let me know.
Memories fade away, wither out, but I can't ignore the ache. Lying deep underground, you must have lost your way. Look around.